Alrighty guys, let's talk about the maintenance. Every 50,000 miles, what do you got to do? Yes, this is part of the series. What does it take to keep your truck running over 500,000 miles? This thing has 553,000 miles on it. I've owned it its whole life ever since I had 14 miles on the clock. I special ordered it and I have possession of this truck, right? If you're not up to speed about this truck, go see my other videos. Anyways, so at every 50,000 miles, what I've done with my whole fleet, and I have numerous trucks north of 500,000, okay? Now, every 50,000 miles, the first 50,000 mile interval service you do, I get a good fuzzy feeling when I do it at 30, and then I follow by 50, but having so many fleet vehicles, I've seen some of them get neglected, 50, 60,000 on the first interval. My definition neglected because, the gearing is breaking in and everything's breaking in. You should do it a little sooner, but just hear me out. So every 50,000 miles, what you need to do is service your transmission. Drop that oil pan, put an OEM filter in it, meaning Aisin filter, an OEM fluid. Mobil 3309 is the part number for that fluid. Mobil makes the fluid, produces the fluid, so that's the fluid. That's the bottom line. That's what you should be searching for. If you can't find your local Volvo dealer, they have Aisin fluid. Your Toyota dealer has Aisin fluid. It's called Aisin fluid, but Mobil builds the fluid. So OEM filter and OEM fluid, and then rear end every 50,000. Keep in mind, these trucks, all they do is tow. They tow, 15 to 20,000 pounds. Nothing extreme for these fourth gens, but fifth gens do the same thing. But we do every 50,000 miles. Now I'll follow up what to expect out of that. But before I do that, I also do the CCV filter every 50,000. I think the owner's manual and the message thing, it triggers at 67 or 75. Don't question my memory. Guys, CCV filter is so important, and for your after treatment and the life of your after treatment, you're not saving a whole lot. Just put it in there every 50,000 miles, you'll be well ahead. CCV filter, very overlooked part. Now, your interior filter, 18 and over, it was a little squeaky. 18 and over have a cabin filter back there. Anything older than 18 does not have it. If you do not have it, you can easily make one, because they already outlined it. I don't know why Ram did this stupid thing. They outlined the hole, but they didn't punch it. So if you're curious, just get a utility knife, carve it out, slide the filter in there. Everything else is there, just the lid wasn't created. And when you go buy a lid, you will come across the question, do you want the kit or not? Literally, the kit comes with the lid that you've cut out, meaning the Napa will sell you this, right? And the filter, or you could just have the filter. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go to your local automotive place and just ask them for an interior filter, and they'll tell you, do you want the kit or just the filter? And that's what the kit is. It's the cap. Once you put a hole in it, you can put a cap over it after you insert the filter, and it does it. So interior filter is very important, because if you don't keep up with that, it will fry your blower motor. Okay guys, that's my 50,000 mile interval. It's very basic, it's very simple. So every 50,000, after 30,000 miles, every 50,000, do your initial service. I highly advise you to do the first 50,000 mile at 30,000 miles, because you're breaking in gears, you're breaking in clutches, everything, but you don't have to do it. It just makes me feel better. And then the CCV just every 50. And the reason I do interior every 50, because for us, it's like every 6 months, we, rack on 50,000 miles. So twice a year, that's a good way to think about the interior. The interior is not so much, the filter on the interior is not so much as mileage for us as it's timing. Just like any vehicle, if you drive it at least 12,000 miles a year, just change it twice a year. It's not gonna hurt anything. They're like 20 bucks, 15, 20 bucks a filter, super easy. It's easier on your blower. It's easier on your health. If you get the right filter that actually has a charcoal in it, it helps you less smoke and dust in your cab, and it's just a better environment. Anyways, guys, as always, may the Lord bless you, and may you all have a mighty fine day. Ciao, bye.